Next on our agenda this evening is the adoption of the agenda. And before we entertain motions for that, first of all, got a couple of things. First of all, our superintendent asks that item 5.01 be pulled from the agenda this evening. So it was originally for a consent, but he's requesting that it be pulled. And then also, Ms. Donnell has asked that we pull on personnel recommendations, item number 6, and that we take that alone as a motion item or action item. And then also we want to add this evening a presentation. Add it to the agenda. We'll add it right after the approval of the minutes.
Motion.
All right, motion's been made by Ms. Carlton.
Second.
All right, second by Ms. Mathis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? So carried. All righty, approval of our minutes. Action item for May the 5th, our minutes then of our regular school board meeting.
Motion.
All right, Ms. Mathis makes the motion, Ms. Agner seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? So carried. And then this brings us down to presentations. And I think we got Ms. Pinkerson here from the Masterborn. Would you like to address us, please?
I would love to. My name is Tina Pinkerson. I am the Director of Leadership Services for the Florida School Boards Association. And you see behind the board their Wall of Fame. Well, I'm here to add another plaque to the Wall of Fame tonight for your board. And what that shows you, staff, community, is that your board will invest the time to do professional development together, to work together as a board. We offer individual professional development, and then we offer team professional development. And it was very appropriate when you had a new superintendent coming in that you go through this process. They were able to go through what we call a reinstatement process. It was an 8-hour program. And because of this, they have earned the distinction of a certified master board. And there are only at this point 15 in the state of Florida, so they are a part of the elite. And I can't tell you enough what this means. It doesn't mean that we're perfect, but it does mean that they care enough to spend their time learning together. And so on behalf of the Florida School Boards Association, I would like to award you this lovely plaque to go on your Wall of Fame. And I would like for you to come down so we can take a photo, because if we don't, I'll get in the doghouse. I'm sorry, Dave. I know you hate it, but I don't want to get in the doghouse. I kind of spend my life in the doghouse. Let me take one with my phone also. I'll do it right there. I'm gonna get right by you, Danny. Big smile.
All right, let's make plan. There you go. Why don't you get in the center? Why don't you get in the center?
Okay,
Yes.
I'll get this in.
Microphone.
Thank you.
There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Then wait, I didn't want to do just the board over for a different part.
That is just fine.
We need a plaque.
You need the plaque?
Yeah, that'd be great to have you.
Taking advantage of the situation.
I'm gonna put this over here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, hold on, we'll do one more real quick.
Oh, come on, Danny. Thank you so much for letting me come. I know this is a crazy, crazy busy time, but we appreciate you fitting me into your schedule.
Well, thank you for coming.
Is it too late to
Fire
get-
engagement, so you're free to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
She also has ties to Taylor County, so.
Her son's a boat captain in Steenhatchee.
Steenhatchee.
Okay.
Okay. Brings us down now to the items of interest by the public. If we have anyone today that would like to address the public, then now would be your time. So come on down, sir.
Hey guys, JT Davis. What I was coming here to present, I gave you the one part. The other part, my ink ran out, so I couldn't give you the main part that gave you the details. Is the Historical Society has gotten a radio station, and we're hoping to go live July or June in June, and we want to invite the schools to have projects with the radio station and have opportunities for the kids to interview people in our communities and learn interview skills, learn how to, how do you call it? Edit their recording and everything else, and then put on our radio station and be an education and a learning opportunity through the school system. I know the English teachers, some of the English teachers were interested, and some of the history teachers, I just threw it out to them, and they were very much interested. If y'all would approve it, in the future, I'll have an email sent to y'all with the details of all the things we had thought of that could get the kids involved. The Boys and Girls Club is also going to get involved with it. And we're going to have it where people can come in and DJ any kind of music they want to. Friendly music, anything they like. And also have where they can do like a blog or vlog. Oh, Lord, I can't even say the right word. And any other opportunities to interview people in our community, and even do programs about the football team or our sports activities or something like that, and have it on our radio station to help the community know what's going on, and opportunities to help teach kids new technology, new techniques. And, we are very much into a technology and social media world. So it's a great opportunity to learn. Did you have a question?
No.
I thought.
What do you need from us, JP?
I just if when I send you,
Sponsorship.
well, if you'd like to do a sponsorship, we'd love to have that. I did get that printed, but the other thing, but the other thing is, if it's okay with the school board to try to get some of the classes involved in the radio station, we'd love to have them. And I don't know if that needs to be approved through y'all or.
That would have to be recommended.
JT, that's, Hillsborough County does something similar to that. They have what they do, like the kids do the morning show. They do all the announcements and anything. But it's very interesting. At the end of the year, their field trip is to a station that they actually get to go and
Oh, cool.
mingle and all into. So I think it's real good. So
Well, we will be the second historical society in the state of Florida to have a radio station. Cocoa Beach has a radio station with their historical society, and we're having it also open for adults to do it. So if any of y'all would like to come and do your own little program or music hour, you can come and do it and all that kind of stuff. And we're very excited about it, but we really do want to get the youth involved and have that aspect of people enjoying and hearing our youth involved in our community and our history. So that's our main goal, is trying to get more youth involved in our history and preserving our history and interviewing our veterans and other things like that. So if you have any questions, just ask Angela, of course. Well, you can reach out to her, and I will send you an email with more detail of our ideas and everything else. And so I just come back later, and if y'all would be interested in improving that, I guess is what I need to do.
That would be
That's something I think you need to talk with the superintendent about, but I mean, it sounds good to me. It sounds great. Get more, you can get the kids involved in things. And of course, they are a lot more savvy than I won't say everybody here, a lot more savvy than me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I think it would be good, and if we can help, but I think you need to maybe get it all of the details
Yes,
to the
sir.
superintendent and move forward from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And if you are interested in sponsoring, we are have the sponsorship papers to you. I already had them printed. That's the reason I had them with me. But we have the founders right now. It's 150, and you'll be announced for 6 months as being one of the founding sponsors.
Well,
And we have a plaque that your name would go on that
well,
stays in there.
those things like that, you just need to just kind of to share with the superintendent where he can come to us and give us an idea about the options and things that we might can do or what he feels would be best for the school and the kids. But
This would be done as an individual.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be doing it as an individual. Yeah.
Board, or as
Yeah.
board.
Or, yeah, or as a board, the whole, we could all do it together, but we can agree.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, JT.
Is there anyone else who'd like to address the board this afternoon? If not, we move forward from there. All the consent items was approved by the adoption of the agenda. And this brings us down to items 12.05 and number 1. The appointment of Christina Bray as Assistant Director at Big Bend Technical College, effective June the 20th, or June the 30th, 2025.
A motion?
All right, Ms. Mathis makes that motion and Ms. Carlton seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
I have a question real quick.
Okay.
I just need to ask the question as in regards to the appointment superintendent is Ms. Bray, does she meet all the credentials for this position? Okay, thank you. Somebody phone ringing.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, what was the question?
I already asked it. Go
Okay, you're
ahead.
good. All
All we
right,
need to do now is vote.
I'm sorry.
Now all we need to do is vote.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Anybody opposed? So carried. All right, item number 2, 12.05, number 2, the appointment of Cameron Sands as Supervisor of ESE and Student Services, June the 2nd, 2025, through June the 30th of 2025.
Motion.
Second.
All right, motion by Ms. Carlton, seconded by Ms. Mathis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Deidre had a question.
Same question. Did Ms. Sands meet all the qualifications in regards to this
Yes,
position?
absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Um,
And this brings us down
Dan.
to the.
Danny. You skipped over 12.01.
That's what we just did.
No, we did 12.05. He skipped over 12.01. We pulled it
Six.
second for,
The one you pulled, number 6.
Yes, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On personnel recommendations, I'm sorry. Personnel recommendations, number 6, we need to use this as an action item. All in favor of this recommendation or not in favor, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
All right, Ms. Carlton makes the motion
Second.
and seconded by Ms. Mathis. And all in favor for this recommendation, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
nay.
Okay, Ms. Donnell opposes. Okay,
Does she have to give a reason?
I'm sorry.
Does she have to give a reason, Angela?
That a supplement?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Okay. All right, this brings us down now to the items of interest by the superintendent and board. And Mr. Wentworth, do you have something this afternoon?
Yes, I do. Ms. McCall, if you would, tell us about the good things at the Big Bend Technical College. This
We have
week.
a lot of great things
That's
going on
right.
now.
Absolutely.
So we have generated 300 licensures this year, so that is a big deal for us. That brings in an additional $353,000 in bonus funding, with potential to grow to 380 all assessments are finished, and with we have a few medical clerk. So we're very, very excited about that this year. We will graduate 28 adults on Thursday night, and we are hoping that 5 more will finish the program tomorrow during this year. Graduation is May 22nd. We look forward to seeing you all there.
The pinning was really, really nice last night and had 28, was it? 24? It was really good and we all were there and saw it, and Ms. McCall always does a very good
I
job of
understood there was
presenting
two
and putting on this
students.
program. So thank you again.
Reggie, I understood there was two of the students in the crowd that actually lost their job at GP and went through this program. I said they won't have to worry about losing this one.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome.
Great. I'm going to speak for Mr. Bray at Steinhatchee. Steinhatchee School wrapped up 3rd through 5th grade reading and math PM3 last week, and he is pleased to report that 85% of full year 3rd through 5th grade students scored 3 or higher in reading, while 86% of 4th and 5th graders made a learning gain. In PM3 math, 78% of full year 3rd through 5th grade students scored 3 or higher, and 100% of 4th and 5th grade students made learning gains. Students have also been hard at work on the talent show performances for the big event this Thursday at 5:30. And in art and music, they've been practicing singing the alma mater to share with the community at their end of the year awards next Wednesday. Lots of excitement as they wrap up the 24-25 Stingray school year. And Ms. Roberts, if you would, tell us some good things about the middle school.
So first we have our awards banquet is next Tuesday at 6. We finished up algebra testing today, so we're still trying to figure out all the scores, but we don't, I know as of when I left, all the scores reported for algebra, we are, well above state average at 77%. There, our 7th grade math was well above state average as well. Civics, was right at state average. Last year, our civics scores were up quite a bit, but this year we are average. We increased in all of our sales except for one. Higher, where we were, I just kind of waiting for a few. Higher than we were last year.
Are we going to get a good report as far as we're going to be able to get a grade? Everything's going to be put in the system like it should be? Okay.
It all goes to state. The same thing happens across the state of Olympus School, so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Mr. Finley is obviously, he's at the high school. They're having their award ceremony here shortly. We're trying to get over there, but they had their senior walk last Friday at all the schools, and that's just an awesome experience for all of our kids, especially the younger kids, to see those seniors walk through with those cap and gowns on, and it seems like yesterday that they were at the primary school. So that was awesome to see. And the senior awards night is tonight at 6. They had a drug and alcohol awareness assembly, or they're having one tomorrow at 9 o'clock for grades 9 and 10, and 10:15 for the 11th graders. Graduation practice is May 22nd at 8:30 a.m. Graduation will be Friday night. Next week on Wednesday at 9 a.m., they will host the TCMS 8th graders for a tour of the campus to help them get acclimated or to ask questions. Also next week on Thursday at 5 p.m. on the 29th, they will have their NFC Collegiate Academy Info Night in the Media Center. It says we are currently above the state average on the following EOCs: biology 78%, U.S. history 73%, and geometry 72%. So those are some good scores. And also want to give a big shout out to the football team for their 31-0 shutout of Jefferson County last Friday night in the Orange and Blue game, in which the community packed the house in Jefferson County. And I was so proud of our cheerleading squad. Got a lot of good positive reports about them, and our band made some noise and did some good things. So we're working in those areas to be better and better, and that's always a positive. Ms. Popple, if you would, tell us about the elementary school.
Mr. Walker and I, we did plan the match, so.
I knew some of you guys were gonna share data and all that, but I wasn't ready. We were still testing today, finishing up. I think we got our last few little stragglers in today, but I do wanna point out, before we get into the depths of it, I'm sure we'll have to do a presentation at some point. Our third grade reading, they took a pretty hard hit last year personally to themselves, and that, you know, they were down, but our third grade reading achievement levels, which is what most people know as proficiency, they had a 16% increase this year. Above, I think we think, again, we still have to pull out, and we had a couple more, but they're gonna sit around 53%, and they were like at 37 last year, so that's a huge win. And the third grade math, as always, is right above the state average as well, so, we can't take full credit. What they've been doing at the primary school has been helpful. And the leadership they have over there and the quality of teaching. So we can't take all the credit, but I will say that our third grade teachers, and I know Mr. Walker and Sands, although they will also echo that they have put a lot of effort into that this year. So we still have areas of improvement, but I'll share that at a later date. So the successes outside of testing, which we're done. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, really, it has been a long 2 weeks. It is a grind, and it is tough. But today, Miss King, our librarian, put on the annual Sunshine State Reader Ice Cream Social. We had 112 kids that were invited to that, and what they have to do is they have to read 5 Sunshine State Reader books. And this is a series of books not series really, but a selection of books that the state puts out every year. And they encourage kids to read them, and they have, I don't know. You know more about it
You
than
were
me.
saying
You're
so
the instructor.
the Sunshine State Reader Program is put out by FAME, which is like the media specialists. Actually put out a list for junior readers and for our 3 through 5 students, and so we've adopted that program. We buy tags and give them to the kids.
Walker takes on all that, so I'll give him credit for
It's a
that.
lot, but it's
Every month, he's in the lunchroom, like peddling those tags to kids who have read those books. But, so if they read 5 books off that list, which they're on grade level books, and some of them can be tough and pass an AR test, then we invite them to the ice cream social. And, so we had 112 kids that earned that today. And then we also, acknowledged or rewarded our top 3 readers in each grade level, which there was one kid in there that I was super proud of, that got on that list, and I didn't even know, I didn't even know about it, but there were some good kids, but the top AR reader in our school, which was not my kid, it's a 5th grader, she had 550 AR points and read over 3 million words this year, and her name is Lily Smith, and her mom is a former teacher, but that is a huge accomplishment, so hopefully we'll get them back at some point to recognize them. Then say your prayers for us, because we're headed to NASA tomorrow with the 5th grade. And I drew the short straw, so I'm going too.
Do
Thank
y'all
you,
still have the vending machine?
That's at the primary school.
Oh, that's the
Yes,
primary.
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Popple.
Yes, sir.
And Taylor County Primary School, Ms. Smyrnius is not here because they have an event going on at their school. She said they have read over 19,721 books this year, over 17,242,000 words. 88 students made more than 50 AR accelerated reader points this year and participated in a Tea Party celebration. 10 students earned more than 85 AR points and had lunch with a media specialist, and 4 of the students have earned more than 100 AR points for the year. It's always good when we have opportunity to celebrate our students and their accomplishments and their achievements. And again, I can't say enough about our administrative team and the job that y'all have done this school year. And we're looking forward to even bigger and better things as we move forward. Expectations are going to continue to grow. That's just the way I am. And I want to say again, congratulations to Ms. Sands. She's going to be an outstanding ES supervisor for us. And I want to give a special shout out to Ms. Christina Bray as our assistant director out at Big Bend Technical College. I know Miss McCall has been fantastic. She's been about 6 people in one for a long time out there, but she's gotten the job done, and we appreciate you and look forward to having you some help on the way. And Mr. Lundy, I'm done.
Wait. Next meeting.
Oh, yeah, well, let's talk about the next board meeting real quick, if we can. The June the 3rd meeting, myself and Miss Monningham Lacey are going to both be out of town. And I was hoping, excuse me, That's right. That's right. Anyway, we're gonna be a
Let's
long way
not go
apart.
there.
Anyway, I wanted to ask the board, could we do that meeting next Tuesday, the 27th?
I can't, I got a conflict. I can't be here on the 27th
At all.
at all. I can't.
I could.
I can.
You can?
That's Taylor County.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 2 awards night.
Starts at,
But-
Our fifth grade starts at 5 and then they go at 6.
But if that's the only time that you see we can get that meeting done,
and there would be a short list
can
of
you call
things.
in?
I could call in. I'm just saying, I mean, it's kind of short notice and I mean, it's at that time of the year where, it's all these events going on. So
What, the week of June the 2nd, will you be gone, both of y'all be gone the
Yeah.
whole week?
Whole week.
Yes.
I mean, and then like, what's the turnaround time? Cause y'all already got the agenda ready for us to have it for next week.
Well, from what I understand, it'd be a one-item
Yeah.
agenda.
So what we need a meeting for if it's just gonna be a one item agenda?
Could we not put that item on the 17th and have one meeting for the month of June?
What the thing is, I think what he said, you have some appointments that need to
Right.
be made ahead of time.
And we can't move it to the following week, the 9th and the 10th?
There's some
Aren't we
appointments
gone
that
that
need-
week? We're gone.
We're gone.
Y'all be in Tampa.
I won't be in Tampa.
I won't either.
You're not going to Tampa?
No.
At all? Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, let me ask you this. could
I
we
mean,
do-
but Tampa, I mean, I don't know if maybe, well, then I still got a conflict on the 9th. That's right. I got a work conflict on the 9th. And the 10th is, I think y'all traveling down because the meeting started the 11th.
Can we do
So.
a 4, what time is y'all's, Ms. Popple? 5 o'clock? Can we do a 4:30 next Tuesday and Ms. Donnell call in?
I will be out of town myself personally. I'll be coming back into town, but I can't promise that I'd be here at that time. I'll be gone. I'm out of state.
What about the 28th or the 29th?
If it's a
I'm gone
short,
the
if it's a
28th.
short agenda, is there any way we could have just a noon meeting for a quick agenda?
If you're
Maybe
gonna be out of
Wednesday,
the-
Thursday,
Oh,
or
Wednesday, Thursday.
of next week?
Or even that Friday? I don't know. I can't do Tuesday.
Or have a Teams meeting. We've done them in the past. And have it at the date and time that you want.
If it's just a
Just
short
set it up.
agenda.
If it's a one item agenda, I'm still not like, it's a one
Personnel.
item? I thought we did that with
Not
this
only that,
meeting.
It's just we have to go through the advertising process and posting and then,
Mhm.
which is going on now.
Well, as long as we have a quorum, we should be able to do it, but Danny, could you call in? Deidre, could you call in?
Does look like what's gonna have to happen. I mean,
Can you call in, Danny? Are you all finalized?
If I'm within cell tower, but the possibility is yes, if we can just decide the time and y'all.
we
can take
can't
a
move it
phone
to the
call.
6th. You still gonna be out of town on the 6th?
That whole,
Friday the 30th, would that be good for everybody?
That'll work for me, but now y'all do have staff planning on that day. So I don't know what the district got going on, but on the calendar, it says y'all got staff planning on the 30th.
I can
That's
call
just
in
during
on
school
Friday, but I can't personally be here.
I can be here Friday too. Just tell me what time. I can be here Tuesday, I can be here Friday.
On the 30th, what time though? Because I do
Let's
have
it
2
Tuesday, the
appointments.
27th at 4:30, and if you can't
Good.
be here, call in.
Tuesday at 4:30. If you can't be here, call in.
I'll pull off side the highway somewhere, just hoping I'll be safe and call.
Just make sure you get your board docs and open them up.
Time change, okay, yeah.
Beautiful.
4 o'clock, 4:30, 4:30?
Perfect.
Did you say 4:30?
4:30.
Yeah, that's interfering with my work schedule, so that's what I'm saying. I made concessions today, but I can't do this every time, so.
And then
Okay.
the elementary school at 5 PM for your awards, right? So that gives us 30 minutes and then we can go over there and over to the high school and watch the awards. That sounds like a fun way to spend an afternoon.
Grade graduate, celebration, it's not graduation. So
Is that after the elementary school? All righty. We're gonna pull an all-nighter around here.
So June
That
3rd
sounds
meeting
great.
is off.
It's next Tuesday
Yes,
at 4:30.
27th, yeah, okay.
4:30.
And we'll still keep the one on the 17th.
Perfect.
Casey, what time do yours start?
Y'all been real good.
I love the calendar.
I
I
love
love,
the
love, love
calendar.
the calendar.
moving the meeting because he's going on cruise.
Okay, anything else?
I
All right,
just, I
thank you,
can't.
sir. Ms. Ball, do you have anything?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Donnell?
Just again, to congratulate our graduates. Last night, the penance ceremony was beautiful. I'm excited for the award ceremony tonight in recognition of all our graduates and their accomplishments. On the 8th, I did get to, be at the NFC graduation. We had, a pretty fairly nice sized cohort of our 2025 graduates graduating with their 2-year degree. So that was exciting to see the number of graduates, and not only just high school graduates, but we had a number of just Taylor County graduates in general that was graduating from different programs and different career opportunities that they pursued. So just congratulations are in order. I haven't heard anything officially far as our valedictorian or salutatorian, so I don't know when that information is going to come out, but graduation Friday. So maybe I hear that tonight and I'm excited, or maybe it'll be in the newspaper this week. I don't know. But so again, congratulations. And I'm excited for Thursday night ceremony as well with Big Ben. Again, it was nice last night just to see those graduates. Far as our penance students being recognized, I was telling Bunny that I knew a number of those students had been displaced because of the meal. And then again, we had a good group of males. We had a good group of males in that class last night, and just to see the excitement from the families and everything. So congratulations to those students, and I'm excited to see them just continue through this journey from graduating to then passing those certifications and everything. So last week I got to attend the National Honor Society ceremony at the middle school, and that was nice to see those incoming inductees and to the 8th graders that got recognized that's going to be going out. So, and then I got to attend, I got to peek my head in at the backer lot. I didn't get to stay because I needed to attend the spring game. It did seem like we had a good group far as the community showing up and participating in the celebration of our graduates. Seemed like a lot of love coming from our faith-based community. So I appreciated that. And then at the spring game, we really packed the house. I don't know if Jackie's been in contact with you, but it seemed like he was very surprised at the attendance that we had with our different programs and just the community in general. And he even made a comment in the beginning that we was going to be disappointed, but I think that was on their end as far as being disappointed. Our football team looked good, so I'm just excited for the fall and to see, just how those kids develop over the summer and just the direction we continue to grow in with our athletics. So that was a good game. Yeah, it was a really good game and a very nice showcase so far. So I'm excited for the fall. And the band looked good. The band, and I don't know the other group that was there other than the cheerleaders. I don't know if it was the majorettes or what group, but the band looked really, really nice. It was good to have them there for the spring game and everything. So we really looked good in showing support and being there for the team and everything. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Agner.
Yes, the pinning was wonderful, and then the award ceremony was really good. We were talking about, we're gonna run out of room. I know we're losing students, but Big Bend Technical is not losing students, by no means. And when at the baccalaureate service, they counted from last year, and that they had to take 2 rows and get people to move out of them to get all the students in. So it was a good participation. And I know the middle school was having a car wash Saturday, and I happened to get to go by there. It was so fun. Those kids were having a ball. And some guy brought you guys know this stuff, a truck that had been lifted to 12.5 inches. It was huge. And these girls were crawling all over this truck. And as a mama first, and as a school board member second, I was going, come let me help you down. Come let me help you down. So I was grabbing all of them off of there, but they raised some money and had a good time. And then I got to go out to the kickboxing tournament they had. I'm not sure what the name of that was, but I just know that a lot of our administrators were there playing, and I don't know what they were trying to raise money. Yeah. But a lot of our people were there, so. But anyway, we had a really good time out there. But I do appreciate everything that everybody's doing. I know this is a busy, busy, busy time of year. And I'm looking forward to getting to go to a lot more things. But if we could, after this meeting, could we decide on whether or not we're going to feed the football team? That's all. They've contacted me, and I need to let them know something.
I actually had that on my notes, feed the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
So I
they-
didn't know they contacted you, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And that, so I got to pop in and watch Rachel for a few minutes with her, school before the honor society at the middle school. I don't know what they were doing. Were they welcoming? Rachel, what were y'all doing the other night? I popped in on something and y'all were welcoming the new.
Family engagement, not a transition.
Not a transition, thank you. It was a good turnout, and the hot dogs smelled really good. But, so I did get to go to that, and I also got to go to the middle school, National Honor Society, and that was wonderful. And, it always is, and the nurses pinning makes me cry every time. I don't know what it is about it, but I have the Kleenex. It's just so sweet every year. And if y'all have ever been to a nurse's pinning, you know what I'm talking about, but it is a very sweet ceremony. And the baccalaureate had a wonderful message for our seniors. It's a busy
Yes.
time. I am very worried about whether or not I'm going to make it to BBTC's graduation this year, because the Steinhatchee School Talent Show that Reggie mentioned a few minutes ago, I have been directing for about 15 years, and the timing is really rough. It's 5:30 for the talent show in Steinhatchee. They snuck it in on me. It's always been during the day, and I was not even worried about it. And then last week we have a family engagement going on, so they decided to do it at night during family engagement. So if I get out of there in time, I'll be sliding sideways for BBTC's graduation. If not, I won't make it. So I'm fretting that. But while I was in there today, one of my little fifth graders came running in, and she was so excited. And she said, Miss Jeannie, I made a 5, all 5s. And I just wanted to take her and buy her an ice cream, because she just finished her science one. And so she made all 5s. I don't know about the rest of them, but they were all happy for her. We were all happy for her. But it sounds like the scores were pretty good for them. And we were worried. We were worried about the 3rd grade, I think, was the class that had the most struggle. And so it was good that it sounds like they made it through okay. Yeah. They certainly have had a rough year for the teachers and for the students. So I'm glad to hear that. But I think that's about it. Glad to see JT for the radio station. I knew about that. I'm excited about that for him, and I can't wait to listen in to 97.1 FM. And Tina Pinkerton, who is on her way to Steenhatchee now. It was really nice of her to come by and bring us our master board plaque. And that's
Okay.
it.
All right, thank you. Mr. Carlton.
Yes, I just, mostly just a repeat of everything else. The middle school honor society that was very, very nice. The BBTC awards, lots of awards. It's always nice to see the recipients of those, and it's just a good time of the year. The primary school had a couple little plays last week that I was able to pop in on. The LPN penning, that's a very solemn, it's very just solemn. It is
You cry too?
I don't really cry, but I have my
Brenda.
Kleenex. I didn't make it to baccalaureate because I was in Tampa at my granddaughter's concert, but I was able to join online for a little while, part of it, and it was very good. And like, as they mentioned, it was very well attended. The community really came out and supported those seniors, which is always just really great. And but other than that, it's just a lot of things going on, and we still got another couple of weeks for activities.
All right, thank you. And I concur with all the many times that we've all seen each other down in the last couple of weeks with all the events that's been going on. Just a couple of things. First of all, the baccalaureate, I think I counted close to 70 seniors. How many have we got that is actually graduating? Have that number been finally resolved?
Still a few that are finishing up testing.
Yeah, so.
That was one of the largest numbers of graduates to attend the
Yeah,
baccalaureate.
in all the years, but I counted, there was right at 70 of our high schoolers that attended the baccalaureate. It was a good service, packed out congregation, and that was good. And like I say, all the events have been good, and we're just appreciative of all the hard work it takes to put them on and so forth. So just keep on plugging. This year's basically gone, and before we can turn around, another year will begin. So that's just the way time is. Before we leave now, does the board have any consensus on this football feeding the team? By the way, do we know how much we have in the
Yes, she told
sunshine?
me.
How much? Okay, 4,500.
How
Okay.
much does it cost to feed the team?
I've already got all that,
Okay.
and that's it's right at $750 if everything is catered. If you
So-
want to cook some,
Who is catering?
this is just through Livingston. But I talked with the coach, and I said, you want something light, right? And he said, no, they'll be through with their practice and they need something really, a lot of calories. So he said chicken or pulled pork. So I got her to price chicken and pulled pork. Chicken's cheaper, so we went with chicken. So for chicken, mac and cheese, green beans, bread, tea, and banana pudding is $7.62 a head. You can't hardly buy it and cook it yourself for that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it is,
It's right at
and
close.
it's for 80, and that includes the
Yeah.
coaches.
So you're looking between $700, $800.
Yes.
So is there any consensus on the board that we go ahead and commit to this or not?
Yes. For me.
My only concern is, are we going to be asked to do this another time this summer?
We have $4,500. This is $750.
But we have a lot of other activities
Mhm.
and sports that,
Mhm.
that we spread our money over.
Right, and I said, what did we spend it on last year? So if we know what we spent it on last year, apparently we haven't spent it in several years, and we're constantly putting it in there every month too. For y'all that don't know, the Sunshine Fund comes out of our check that we receive, and we put so much every month in there. So that's the reason we've got to decide all together.
What's
Yeah.
the date on that?
Sunshine Fund.
I don't think you have a date, do you?
Oh, yes, I have
Okay.
several dates.
Okay.
And we need to pick one.
Is this for the summer? We're
This is
just
just
feeding
for
them
the
for the
summer.
summer?
This is just a summer feeding. And it's just for the high school. And it's June 2nd, 3rd, 10th, 12th, 16th, 17th, or 19th. Or July 8th, 10th, 14th, 15th, or 17th. It has to be there by 11:15, in their hands by has to be there by 10:45 and in their hand by 11:15 to eat.
July 8th.
Did you?
There's
Yeah, but you wanna
several,
talk-
there's Tuesdays, Thursdays, Mondays. So just whatever date y'all want to pick. If you want to go and be
The
there,
date doesn't, unless if he needs us a date.
July 8th.
well, he's
doesn't-
asking other people, so he needs to plug us in,
Mhm.
so, and I want to give him a menu so that he can let.
But if he
people know.
wants us to serve or something like that, it's really,
Yeah, we need to pick like a Thursday probably.
I don't need a Thursday. I need a Tuesday.
Okay, well, we all can't be there then.
One of you had asked about the ad for graduation, the color ad. Tasha got the invoice, that's gonna be $325 for that, so a
Okay.
little bit more than the normal ads. because of
But
the
we've
school.
already paid for the fans out of that 4,500. So you take another 300, that leaves
So
us right
the,
at
the ad
4,000.
hadn't came out yet?
No.
No,
It's-
ma'am, not
So
yet.
it's right at 4,000.
but the fans have.
The fans have, but not that.
Well, I could have sworn Shannon told me earlier in the week we was at 5,000, but you said 45? I wonder what came out.
The fans must have come out of there.
They
Okay.
have.
That's what I said. with the-
Well, I think that was last Friday when I asked her
And
about.
again,
the
we'll be putting more
ballots.
money back in there. So as it comes up in the fall, if we need to do again, we can do it again.
Would you say those dates one more time?
June 2nd, 3rd, 10th, 12th, 16th, 17th, 19th, and July 8th, 10th, 14th, 15th, and 17th.
Huh?
I say the sooner the better and get it done and help them out. And
I'm good with it. I don't want to be showing partiality with our sports. So if y'all gonna keep in
they
mind,
gotta come ask.
I get
They
that,
come
but I'm
ask.
just saying, when they come, y'all
But you
need to
got
make sure.
Middle school, we did you last year too,
We
so,
sure did.
okay.
I asked her that when she first said that, was you gonna feed
I
them
said-
too? And
Well,
she
they don't
said,
have-
yeah.
they don't
So
have
I'm
middle
just saying,
school.
I don't want to
Do
show
they do it in the summer?
partiality.
Do they do that? Do they feed them in the summer? They do,
They did last year.
okay. Yeah, yeah, we don't, gotta ask. If we get asked, well, then we'll give them an answer. I mean, you can't, we're not gonna.
If we're,
16.
if,
Give
if
us
we're
some
going to
dates.
do it, let's pick a date. Let's get, where we can move on.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? So it's a no for me.
Hey.
Bring us the dates and bring us what you need.
All right,
How about June the
let's,
16th?
Hmm?
How about June the 16th?
Yeah, that's a Monday.
Yeah, is that
I
a good
can't be
date for
there on a
anybody?
Monday.
Huh?
I can come, I'll just tell them I gotta take off for a
But
little
it's
while.
not for lunch, is it? It's like-
Yes.
No, I thought it was,
10:45, it has to, the food has to be there, be in their hands by 11:15.
I think last year though, they did the evening ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the middle school we did in the evening.
Both of them
Oh, okay.
sure did.
But that was during the school time.
Well, we
That
need to
wasn't
keep
during
in mind what we
summertime.
gonna budget when it comes to this, okay?
You what?
Just keep in mind what we gonna budget if we know we're gonna be expecting more.
We just figure out a time. That's later. It doesn't matter when.
So if it's.
Y'all just need a
lunchtime,
vote. Do
we have
y'all
to
want to
do-
feed the kids and you could come up with a date another time?
No, we
Do
gotta let 'em
y'all want to
know.
feed them?
pick a date.
We
Okay,
need to be here at 10:45, June the
No,
16th.
I
or-
changed my mind on the 16th when it's at 10:45.
Oh, my
okay,
goodness.
let's do the 12th of June.
All right. 12th of June,
Some of us will
feeding
be
the
in.
football team.
in
Yeah,
Tampa.
that's Tampa. You'll be in Tampa the 12th of June. Just say yes and y'all could pick a date another time.
No, I have to let them know a day.
Bunny, you could pick a date by the time we get
Let 'em know a
between
date.
here and the
Well,
next,
yes,
July 8th.
July the 8th.
All right,
That's a
July the
Tuesday.
8th.
Celebrating the 4th, we'll be ready to go.
Okay,
Sorry, but
July the
we're
8th.
at Where I started at. Didn't I say July? the
Okay.
8th? Just like a half an hour ago.
Probably.
Danny,
All right,
motion,
okay.
motion, please motion.
All right, motion
Please
to
motion.
adjourn. Miss Donnell makes that
Yes.
motion.
Yeah, I
Ms.
gotta go.
Carlton seconds it. If you're in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed, keep seated. Thank you all.
All right, Angela.
Ready to go.
You didn't need us
So we need to be
need
there at
anything,
what
Angela?